Good morning, Lenny. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If. Hold on. Okay, so welcome to the What If Zuko was suffering from split personalities. Like, basically a multiverse split personality thing. So, it's like All for One's, like, how you mean so many clones and the clones doesn't know who's real and who's fake version. It's like getting the real one. So yeah, but this Zuko is a how will I put this? Doesn't get that mark. But instead he's just like yeah. So he has the power of infinity and zero, and he has multiple personalities of he doesn't know who or he is, or like he doesn't know who he is. That's so he might be himself or one second, and then he might be Momo I Rose's thing. Yeah. So let's begin. And I'm also adding zooming to this what if to try to get a little bit close to the canon. So, yeah. So, Zuko and Zumi were born. And then at age of 3, they meet her. Scared girl. Oh. And, yeah. She actually, in this alternate timeline, she actually has a full crush on him. So, yeah. So then at age of 4, they go to a quirk doctor, and the quirk doctor tells Zumi that she has a quirk, and Yuzuku does not have a quirk, as he looks at Zuko. So, then, as time progressed, Bakugo was picking on Zuko. But then, of course, that girl doesn't even want him to be picked on. So, yeah. Basically, no one even picks on him. So, yeah. But one day, when Zuko was walking home, he is suffering as he was trying to remember who he is. Of course, his parents did abandon him, so he's looking for a new home. As he lays there on top of a building, sleeping. But the next minute when he was sleeping, his body starts to move by itself. And it became... so the All Might... his body transformed into the dark version of... I forget his name. Not this guy, but he basically... he transforms into... let me think. Hold on, give me a minute to find... he transforms into the Miss Arizawa. Or no, not Miss Arizawa. The... gosh dang it, I forget the... into a... not Dragon Hero. Yeah, Dragon Hero. Or no. Actually, one of the villains. But instead of like robbing banks... actually, yeah. He did. When he was... or actually, he turns into Kirigiri. Because one of his like personality thing was actually Kirigiri. So he teleports into a bang, and he teleports every money into his pocket universe. So then, yeah. The next morning, after Kirigiri, or Zuko, came back, or he woke up. What just happened? As he... the only person that really does know... is the... sorry about that. So... I don't know what just happened. Someone just tried to call me. So... and I don't recognize it. So, yeah, the Penny, or everybody else doesn't know that it was the... mostly he goes to school, like quirkless school, and they don't know what is sometimes wrong with him, or should I say them, because Zuko wasn't just one man. He's the entire universe, multiverse. So, and every time he transforms, every time his body, or when there's a new personality for him, it feels like everybody, like, from the entire world is, like, in that one scene. Where everybody was, and Zuko would be on the right side. This one. I'm trying to zoom in. Because everybody is trying to, like, consume him. So then his parents ends up being the, so his parents doesn't know that. Here. That's why he's getting consumed. And so now it's Overhaul versus All Might. Or no, actually All Might versus All for One. Sorry. So it's a time skip to 15. And then the All for One versus All for One. Sorry. All Might versus All for One. Of course, All Might was down, but not out, as Zuko says, or not. All for One says to All Might that there's a kiddo that needs some therapy. Reason why I kidnapped that girl is because I wasn't after her. Her, as he points to who's actually, to Zumi, because they captured her. As Zuko, so All for One points to Zumi and says that her brother is not just one man. Not anymore. As some of them ask, what do you mean? He became he's going through a suffering time. As another voice came out of nowhere. Or should I say, multiple voices coming out exact same time. You know how the music people that have, like, they overlay their voice with someone else's voice? Like, one voice. Like, basically a grilled cheese sandwich. Yeah. Or bologna sandwich. So basically, but stacked that to the, like, max and height of the entire world. Yeah. Imagine imagine you took everyone's voices from this world and stacked on top of one another, or one by one by one by one, and then you compressed it all down into one single voice. So Zuko starts talking. And a giant-sized arm came out from the darkness, grabs All for One, and picks him up, slams him down. As what came through was Zuko, but it wasn't it was the consumed of like Bakugo's hair color thing with Mina's eyes and the arm of like it looked like a Frankenstein's monster. Sure. Sir. That, yeah, as the here, everybody in was horrified. And as he says, as many voices sound out at the same time, we want to be heroes. As they see his body's all mangled up, like someone just experimented with as everyone was horrified of what this, and All for One picks himself up. It has begun. And it transforms the person's body into everyone else's body parts. That giant arm is actually from you, Mountain Lady. And that he had a tail, and everyone was like, holy crud. I think whatever Azumi runs over. Zuko, are you still in there? Zumi? No way. As his left arm turns into a Bakugo, as the explosion blasted Zumi away. You're so quirkless, useless. And as Bakugo sees, like, it was, and of course, All for One says it's every time there's personality that is infused into his body, now whoever's memories will go with him. So I believe that is Kosuke Bakugo's quirk that he used on you. And his tone of voice was Bakugo's voice. Yeah. So everyone's one thing. As the another voice, when he says, "No need to fear, we are here." As he charges up his own version of One for All, but it's called All for Zuko, and he punches the All for One with enough force, and it killed the All for One right then and there. As when he covers one of his eyes, or closes his right eye, and they see white with green, like white on the outside, green. And Zumi knows what, as All Might, or actually, Zumi tells Zuko, "Are you still here?" "Not very well." So, I'll be gone. But please, help me. As then it went back to Mina's colors, eyes. As he grew a tail. Oh, that's way spikier. As he's slashing at, yeah. So then, all of or everyone. So, yeah, Toga was, yeah. So in this alternate timeline, Toga was is a student at UA. And yeah, so everybody got out of there. So then he went through it, transformation again, like evolved. And basically he got another personality from him, because he also gained, or actually Zuko's personalities are flowing in. So yeah, Zuko, but instead of having them all like come out of a same shoulder, it comes out through his sides. So then Zuko's pain, And yeah. And he grows into like a more, or Zuko grows more into taller. So he ends up getting or like his body or Zuko's body looked almost like Giant Man. So he looks, or Zuko's body looked like that. And, but times 10. Like, he could not control himself. And, yeah. So, Zuko walks around. He grabs all, all the monsters. And Zuko actually had two. I had a picture of what he looked like, but somehow it got deleted or something. It was, yeah. So, yeah. Zuko's body was pretty big. And he tries hard to, like, yeah. He So he picks up the entire building, throwing him around. And so, yeah. So he had extra limbs covering his face. Like two hands, but two heads on the separate shoulders. And yeah, it was a monster. It was a freak show. Yeah. So everybody tried their hardest to get, like, but in the end, of course, Zuko's had a little bit of inner strength, and basically he almost tried to kill everybody by blowing up the entire planet with just a nuclear reactor, because one of his personalities was its quirk, or is a power to absorb like nuclear stuff. And everybody's like, why did he stop? What are you doing? As Zuko's actual voice says, I'm fighting against you, so that I believe in my friends, Ling, I believe in my own self. Oh. no matter what. And as he's backing up, no, and they're like, man, okay. Let it loose. Let it loose. Let it loose. As Zuko's fighting himself. As they're like, Zuko's fighting from the inside. But we need to fight him on the outside too. So that then the only way to hit his, our Zuko back. What do you mean? Well, see, there's our personalities are in his body, and there's also the alternate versions of himself. Oh, inside of him too. So in order to get him our Zuko back, we need to fight him. We need to fight him on everything. And okay, so you're saying that we need, as a support course, created a device. And we haven't tried it, so one of the people radiate the nuclear waste was just standing there as a monster Zuko looks as he goes over. Now, as the beam shoots Zuko in the chest, as the many alternate versions of him and their personalities that was stored in Zuko's. And I'm not talking about like his world's old one, but every multiverse, like different alternate versions of them was inside. Yeah. So Zuko gets himself up. And all those as they got a real one back. As Zuko's body fell, cracked some ribs. As they thought he was dead. Oh crap, we killed him. As he picks himself up. Thanks, guys. And she runs over or with everybody else. as the and hugs him, like she hugs him, because yeah. So she says, "I would rather choose you than those other alternate." Yeah, careful. Oh, sorry. They're like, sorry. Is your ribs okay? As they just realize that he only has broken ribs. Yeah, it's just broken ribs. As they took him to the hospital before. And yeah. So Zuko's is happy that the monster of all the personalities. Yeah. He still has their powers, like the other alternate versions, is quirks and powers. But Zuko, who is like, he's like, oh man. As the bones healed back up, as he starts to get up, walk around. So yeah, they come and check on him. Inko came to check on him with Asashi. As they and then Nezu tells Zuko, how does he feel about joining Class 1A? Because before they did the DNA test, they didn't find any other different personalities, but they did find a lot of quirks and powers, or that were like purged from the personalities. So Zuko's says, sure, but first I need to recover from that. What would I look like to you all? Well, as they show the picture, man, I look scary in it. Yeah. You transformed after or you fully, we all thought we lost you. But, but we're all glad to see you back up and at 'em. Yeah. I'm glad too. So, how long has this video been going for? That's perfect time because it turns into a movie. So, yeah. So, so then of course, who was in Class 1A was her. Or is her. So, she and him were dating. And then now they're 18. And so Penn and was dating got married to Zuko and ends up having a lot of kids. And because Zuko had a lot of quirks and powers, he ended up, or their kids ended up having a lot of like quirks and powers, but they're all combined and yeah. And some of them are like has her powers too. So, or most of them, like all of them have it. So, yeah. So, if you guys want me to redo this segment or redesign what my original plan was, because my original one was him had his face covered with like separate hands and the two heads on, yeah. So, yeah. So this is the goodbye. Peace out, y'all, and have a good night or day. Depends on the time zone. Bye.